What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again. I decided to try to record another video. We're going for a better ending this time, y'all, because Orlok deserves a better ending. So, last video we left off, I did all the alternate choices for pretty much chapters 1 through 6, or 1 through 7 rather. So then now, because of this awesome cheat code, like I like to call it, we can just jump over to chapter 7. I wouldn't do low, so high, and then tolerance high, I guess. Yeah, sure.
あなたを守ろうと思ったのに、そんなことすら満足にできない。
New dialogue, who this? Holy cow, it took me by surprise. That's not what happened. I pulled Orlok into an embrace and held tightly onto his shaking body. You did protect me. You could have run away if you wanted to, but you didn't. You stayed and fought for me. If anyone is guilty of a sin, it's me.
リリー、あなたはどうして？
Why not? Orlok looked at me with tears in his eyes. My little sensitive, little sleepy bean. I looked back at him and did my best to relay my feelings. Thank you, Orlok. I'm happy you're with me. I didn't want to die. I was so scared. I was lucky that you were there to protect me. How many sins had Orlok committed for my sake? Oh, no. Orlok held me tightly, as if I were the only thing left in this world. We embraced each other, supporting each other. It seemed we had both fallen asleep from the ordeal. Oh, the directore doesn't even show up. He fucked off. Oh, wow. I knew it was a bad idea for them to go back to Arca. That doesn't make any sense. I opened my eyes to the blinding sunlight. It's cold in here. Orlok twitched and slowly opened his eyes. We looked at each other's faces. Noticing our dried tears, I began to blush. Oh, y'all cried together. I looked at Orlok, and he looked a bit uneasy.
気がついたかな?
Who are you? Brat! Amid the silence of the ruins appeared a young boy.
誰？俺たちを追ってきた。
Wait, well, that was Nicola's route, so I don't know what's the deal here. Orlok jumped up and stood in front of me. A child? Out here? Oh wow, she gave you the size up. I looked at the young boy warily.
リリアーナ・アドルナート、そして首都オルロック。はじめまして。僕はエミリオ。
Well, we know him from the side story or whatever. I don't know. One of the things from Nicola's route. The young boy named Emilio reminded me of a painting of a beautiful angel. But, yeah, that music doesn't help things, I know. An angel wouldn't come to this place, much less a young boy like him. Yeah, what's your deal, kid? The fact that he knew the fact that he, I'm putting that in there. Sorry, y'all. The fact he knew who we were was enough for me to keep my guard up.
使徒オルロック、僕は君に使命を伝えに来た峡谷の使いだ。
峡谷の使い。
ああ、使徒の本来の役割をロズベルグは意図的に伏せていたようだからね。
Interesting.
本来の役割。
順を追って話そう。まずはロズベルグが君を騙していたことから。
Oh, I was right.
経過が俺を騙して。
ああ、残念だけれどそういうことだよ。
Orlok bit his lips and looked down. The fact that he didn't try to refute what Emilio said was proof that he felt the same way.
もっと早く教えてあげられたらよかったのだけれど、こちらにも事情があってね。
The fact that you just popped up out of nowhere is kind of sus, but okay. Emilio smiled and continued.
使徒の存在やその役目を把握している者は峡谷の人間でもごく一部に限られる。これは秘匿事項だ。心して聞いてほしい。いいかい、オルロック。使徒という役割は本来墓守の一族を助けるためのものだった。
Keepers of the grave. What are you talking about?
ああ、君も聞いたことがあるだろう。この町の神託の話を。
Yes.
今あなたが話していたのはこの町に伝わる神託の話ですか。もっと詳しく教えてほしい。
What else? Well, I'm sorry. I'm not well versed in it. After all, it's lore from long ago. All that is known about it is that the person did build the church here and grew the town to what it is today.
天使が神託を誰に授けたのか聞いたことは。
あの神託を受けたのはとある聖人だ。現代に伝わる神託は不完全なものでね。本来の神託はただこの地に教会を建てろというだけの内容ではなかった。
What do you mean?
とある聖遺物をこの地に隠し、守り人を置き、長きにわたって管理をしていくこと。それこそ天がもたらした言葉の真実だ。
Interesting. Sacred artifact?
墓守の一族とは守り人たる聖遺物の管理者。今のファルツォーネファミリーのことだよ。
What? So Bishop Roseberg was way off the mark. The fuck? The Falzone family?
そう。ファルツォーネは何も初めから犯罪組織だったわけではないのだから。
So, how'd they go from being... Well, I mean... Man, I gotta play Dante's route in order to get, like, the whole tea. All the tea. So, what made them turn a dark turn, basically?
時代の流れに合わせ、ファルツォーネはその時々で形を変えてきた。
Interesting.
今はマフィアと呼ばれる組織だというだけ。本質はあくまで別にある。
Unless what Emilio's saying is horseshit. But I doubt that. Like, I don't know. He just walked up on us and spewing all this quote unquote knowledge. But, yeah, what?
じゃあ俺は使徒は本来ファルツォーネを助けるべきもの。
Yikes! Yikes! He killed a member of the Falzone family, so how is this gonna work? Yikes!
本来であればね。とはいえ教えられなければ知る由もないことだ。
Wow, y'all. So then, what is he gonna do? I don't think he could just pull up on the Falzone manor and be like, "Hey Dante, sorry I killed Nicola, but yeah, I'm supposed to assist you." Child.
君が悔やむことはないよ、オルロック。ともかく、ファルツォーネが昔からこの土地に固執するのはそういう事情だったわけだ。
Wow. Okay. Wow.
そしてリリアーナ、君も無関係じゃない。
Okay, so that part Bishop Roseberg didn't get wrong. I am involved somehow. Me?
生物がこの地に隠された時、それが死角なき者にたやすく奪われることのないよう封印が施された。
Wait a minute. Are they referring to me and that quote-unquote birthmark?
その封印を解くには選ばれた乙女の協力が必要になる。
Think so? So I'm the chosen maiden, I guess. Chosen?
そう。乙女なら誰でもいいというわけじゃない。資格を持つものでなければ。
Listening to Emilio's words brought a thought to mind. Yes, it's that
君は里
birthmark.
い子だ。ここまで言えばわかるだろう。
Child? You're the child here. What the hell, Emilio? You look like you haven't even gone through puberty yet. What the hell?
そう。君は生物の封印を解く鍵になりうる人物なんだよ。
Okay. Me? The key? Yes. I couldn't trust his words outright, but maybe it was because of this odd presence. His words were strangely convincing.
ファルツォーネはもちろんそれを知っている。だから今まで君を陰ながら見守ってきた。
Well, from my alternate route, they really haven't done a good job of it.
ファルツォーネが彼女を狙ったのはそのため。
そう。一方ロズベルグはこの地の生物をファルツォーネから奪おうと画策していた。権威の証として使うためにね。
Wait a minute, Emilio. Bishop Roseberg tried to kill me. If I really am this key, killing me would mean that he'd lose his chance to break the seal.
君は本当に聡い。
What the hell? Didn't the Directori say the same thing? An astute deduction.
生物の封印を解くこと以外にも生物を自分のものにする方法はある。何かわかるかい？
Child, it's too late in the evening for me to be thinking right now. What is it? I thought about the answer. Oh, please don't be a choice. Gaining control of the town?
そう。
Oh, okay.
この土地を手に入れてしまえばいい。ここに眠る生物ごと。ね。ロズベルグにはそのためにしなくてはいけないことが数多くあった。ラオ州と手を結んだのもその一つだ。だがラオ州は君を神託の聖女と称して祭り上げ吹聴して回ったロズベルグの計画は狂い出した。
Interesting.
ロズベルグはラオ州とのつながりを公表されたくなかった。仮にも聖職者、清廉なイメージは不可欠だからね。
He ain't no good, that Roseburg. So he decided to get rid of me. Emilio smiled. Do you want to get rid of me? What the hell? Just smiling at that for?
ロズベルグ教の神託が指し示した聖女は、すべてラオ州が勝手に語ったものとして処理することにしたわけだ。
Orlok frowned, hearing our conversation, and looked down.
それが本当なら、やっぱり俺は間違ってたのか。
Oh, baby, it's okay to be wrong.
かつて権威ある宗教家の指示により戦争が行われたこともある。その戦争は恥ずべき歴史であり過ちだった。では間違っていたのは何か？戦った兵士か？
Yeah, I mean, he does have a point. Like, you didn't know you were only acting as a devout follower of God and a disciple of the church. But, you know, I would place more blame on the people who knew about it and knew how to manipulate people to, you know, gain everything in their favor.
違う。間違っていたのはそうさせた人物。オルロック、君にとってのロズベルグだ。
Yeah, I agree 100%, Emilio. It's Roseburg's fault, and he knew you would be swayed to do whatever Roseburg wanted if he just threw that it was God's prophecy that this should happen. So, screw you, Roseburg. We see through your lies.
それでも殺したのは俺だ。
We're all not perfect, Orlok. Everyone has sinned. Orlok's voice trembled in despair.
俺は自分が正しいと信じてしてはいけないことをした。
That's why you just repent and you ask for forgiveness. You've done it before. I don't know why you can't think to do it again.
その罪を償わなくちゃいけない。
No, you don't. Hearing Orlok's words, Emilio gave a melancholy smile.
罪を償うか。行為の正しさを語るのであれば、ファルツォーネに彼女を託すことが教国の考え方としては正しい。
No, but this is our good ending. No, don't you dare hand me over.
彼女をファルツォーネに託す。
No, don't.
なんといってもファルツォーネと彼女の運命は神が望んで結びつけているものだからね。
So you mean to tell me Dante is the one for me? Like, I have to go with Dante? Man, fuck out of here. I don't care if he's a poster boy or not. Man, please. Then again, I say this without playing his route, so y'all forgive my ignorance.
だけれど僕は正しい道が一つだけとは限らないと思う。
There you go. We can be together. Damn that.
どういうこと？
それは君たち自身が考えることだ。確かにロズベルグは間違ったことをした。しかし彼が血も涙もない人間だとは思わない。
Excuse me.
いいかいオルロック。ロズベルグにとって君はとても危険な存在だ。
俺が？どうして？
Because Emilio done told you everything.
君はね、生まれてすぐに殺されていてもおかしくはなかったんだ。
Oh, so they are bringing out that he is his biological father. That was in the bad ending, y'all.
だけどロズベルグは君を生かした。
稽古が？でも俺はゲイカと初めて会ったのはベネトの養護
Because
院
he's
で。
your father, sweetheart.
人には知るべき真実とそうで
Oh,
な
he
いもの
doesn't
が
say it. Oops.
僕の口からこれ以上は伝えることはできない。
Well, y'all, you've been rocking with me. You know I got the bad ending first. And Roseberg spills his guts and tells, everything. And, yeah, Roseberg is his father, Orlok's father.
知るべきと定められているのなら君はいつか必ずその理由を知るだろう。
I hope he learns it here. Orlok wasn't convinced. But it also seemed like Emilio had no intention of expanding that subject.
彼の中にあるであろう情を信じて目を覚ます時を待っていたけれどそろそろ時間切れだ。
Emilio sighed in disappointment.
これ以上ロズベルグが罪を犯すのを黙って見ているわけにはいかない。
Ooh, you about that life, Emilio? You about to commit a sin of violence or whatever, I don't know.
オルロック、君にはこれからどうするかどうしたいのかを考える必要がある。
俺がどうしたいか。
君に未来という名の試練が降り注ぐ前に真実を伝えておきたかったんだ。最も大切なのは君がこれからどう生きていきたいかだと僕は思うよ。
Happily ever after. That's what you deserve. That's what you need to live. Wait, I'd like to ask. I hurriedly tried to stop Emilio, who had turned around.
君たちが選ぶ未来を楽しみにしているよ。
The hell? Emilio gently smiled and silently walked away. Yeah, what the hell is that about? Emilio was gone. For a short while, we silently thought about what happened. The truths Emilio revealed to us, the future, there was much to think about.
あなたに聞いてほしいことがある。
Okay. Orlok broke the silence with a serious look on his face.
俺は芸家の命令で人を殺してきた。
Yes.
何人も殺した。何十人も。でもそれだけじゃない。俺が殺した中には先代のファルツォーネのカポもいる。
Wait, what? You killed Dante?
つまり
Oh.
ダンテの父。
God, yes, he did. Duh, Sasha. I forgot. Yeah, he did kill Dante's father. The CG, one of the CG thumbnails that I have, it's a younger version of him. That's Dante recalling that point in time. So, yeah. Oh, he admits it. Or he brings it up. Wait, does Dante know that? Yes. Well, for sure in the bad ending. No. Yeah, now, yeah, he does know that. That's why he was angry.
にとってお前は絶対に始末しなければならない存在だ。お前に教える義理はない。これは俺たちファルツォーネの問題だ。お前さえいなければ俺たちはファルツォーネは。
That would explain why Dante was so fixated on Orlok.
俺はファルツォーネにとって重要な人物であるあなたを奪った。知らなかったとはいえ。そしてダンテの血縁であり片腕でもあるニコラまで殺してしまった。
Yeah. So how awkward to know that you're supposed to be in servitude to the family, which 2 members you have slain. Yikes. Ultra yikes, man. But you weren't planning on killing him.
それでも殺したのは俺だ。
Wait, what? Yeah, why did he kill Dante's father?
ダンテの怒りは深いと思う。
As it should. Orlok looked like he was in pain as he recalled that. Blech. Orlok looked like he was in pain as he recalled all that he had done.
俺が使徒として正しい行いを今からあなたをダンテに渡したとしても
No.
ダンテはきっともう俺を許さない。
No, we know that from the bad ending. No, don't do that. Orlok closed his eyes and frowned, feeling the gravity of his past. Achoo! It was close to evening now, and the air in here was getting colder.
大丈夫？
Yes, I'm fine. I just felt something brush against my nose.
さすがにこの時期にここでもう一晩過ごすのは厳しいかもしれない。
No, it ain't. Yeah, I hate fall behind or fall back. Let me take care of this blinds because it's pitch dark already. No, I'm fine, really. Thank you for being so considerate.
どちらにせよずっとここに居続けるわけにはいかない。
But the mafia is watching the roads.
そう。だけど今は逆にチャンスかも。
Chance. After a moment, I realized what he meant. The Lao Shu is without a leader. So the place where they were watching us may now be open? Ugh, my God, I read that wrong. So the place where they were watching us may be open now? Orlok nodded.
脱出するにしろしないにしろ俺たちは 相手の動きを知る必要がある。
But even if we do escape Berlone, where will we go?
わからない。でも安全を考えれば、とにかく一度町を出た方がいい。
Leave town. I recalled Orlok suggesting that to me before, but now it felt even more likely that it needed to happen. If so, there was something I wanted to do. Go back, girl. Orlok, if we're going to leave, I'd like to visit the church one last time. Even just seeing the church from afar. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I wanted to see the place I called home one last time. Okay, seeing it from afar is different than going up and, like, you know, putting yourself back into a dangerous place.
まだ昨日の今日だから。ラオ州は混乱してるはず。他の組織もきっと。今なら街中を動けるかもしれない。
Really?
確約はできない。街に近づいてみたらダメだったってなるかもしれない。
I understand. I also know I'm asking for a lot.
でも今の状況を把握するためにも街に降りる必要はあると思ってたから。どうせ行くならできるだけあなたの希望に添えたらいいと思う。
Thank you, Orlok.
じゃあまずはアルカを目指して行こう。
Orlok smiled and extended his hand out to me quite naturally. But for some reason he stopped. What? Okay, wait, let me read it. But for some reason he stopped. What is it? Orlok didn't say anything and instead turned his face away. What? I looked carefully and discovered that Orlok's cheeks and ears were bright red. Ah! Seeing this, I asked, what? Is there a choice? Ugh. So shy. Okay, that's like, choice 2 is so dumb. Sure, let's just get this one out the way. Do you have a fever? Maybe you've got a fever.
そんなことないと思う。
That was the wrong answer. But it's like, I don't think it's gonna lead to a bad end. But let's just get it out the way. Orlok stretched his arms and jumped up to show me how fine. Orlok stretched his arms and jumped up and down to show me he was fine. Hold on there, your wounds aren't.
大丈夫。ヤンと戦った時の傷はあるけど、動くのに支障はない。病気も違うはず。
Are you sure?
うん。体の不調はないと思う。
Ah. Well, if you say so, but please don't push yourself.
わかった。心配してくれてありがとう。じゃあとりあえず。
After a brief pause, he extended his hand to me again. Yes. It was a bit embarrassing, but I reached out and took a hold of his hand. Feeling the warmth of his hand made me breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah. Back in town, I didn't see any mafia members around. But to be safe, we decided to head through the alleys toward the church. The church was just ahead of us when we noticed something odd. Uh-oh, that's not good. We heard noises, screaming. That was very unusual in Narca. We hid ourselves behind the corner and took a peek around to the church. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. We saw the Lao Shu storming into the church grounds with weapons in hand. The church!
待って、俺たちをおびき出すための罠かもしれない。
Hi. Well, yeah, he's not wrong, y'all, but you don't want to see anything happen to the place where you grew up. I was about to leap out from our hiding spot, but Orlok held my shoulder down. But I just can't let them do this. Orlok looked at me for a moment, then looked at the church.
音の感じから中にいるのは30人前後だと思う。
Well, damn.
それくらいの人数なら俺一人で動けなくできると思う。
Alright, come through, Gary Stu. A thought crossed my mind, hearing his words. Orlok doesn't want to harm anyone. I grasped the hem of his coat tightly to stop him from going. Wait, what choice would that be then? Don't kill anybody or just run? I think he knew why I was holding his coat. He smiled and shook his head.
話して分かってくれる奴らじゃない。
Alright, y'all, so what's good? This is MidMorningSol, pretty fucking grumpy because my capture device kind of freaked out in the middle of recording. So I'm re-recording this particular segment, and yeah, y'all, I can act like I'm surprised, but I done been through this before, so just for completionist sake, y'all, I will have this whatchamacallit, I will have this play out for you all so you get the whole scene. But yeah, I'm a bit angry, but let's continue.
話して分かってくれる奴らじゃない。
Orlok gently placed his hand over mine.
教会はあなたにとって大事な場所。 守るためには戦わないと。
Oh, my little bean, you talk so damn slow though. So, I think this is cute. Aww. Thank you, Orlok. I stopped myself from saying sorry. Orlok's kind words brought pain to my heart, knowing how helpless I was. Is there anything I can do?
それなら俺のそばにいて近くにいてくれた方が守りやすいから。
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. that was a guess. Y'all, I don't remember the lines. We entered boldly from the main entrance. We looked around inside to see only the Lao Shu littering the halls. Those bastards. Rat bastards. I breathed a sigh of relief seeing that no one from the church or the town were there.
来ると思ってたよ、オルロック。
gonna have to drop these damn keys. Oh well, do work, Orlok. Chop,
ヤ
chop.
ンの敵絶対に許さない私たちが殺す
Jeez Louise, man, calm down, sweetheart. The twins I met here, the twins I met were here with the other soldiers, all ready to pounce.
悪いけど殺されるつもりはない。
You tell him, baby. His words pulled the trigger. The Lao Shu all ran toward Orlok, weapons in hand. Orlok gracefully dodged their attacks and targeted their arms and legs. He good boy, you don't kill. Unnecessary.
お前がヤンを覚悟しろ
Orlok parried his knife away and stabbed the man's thigh with his dagger. Orlok kicked him and knocked him unconscious.
次は僕の相手してよオルロック
No, Faye, I actually like you more. Don't freaking... You know, don't write a check your ass can't cash.
ずるいよフェイ私も一緒ね
They were serious about killing Orlok. Lan swung her long weapon down over him. I wonder what kind of weapon does she have? A staff? A naginata? Whatever the heck those are called? Faye crouched closer, then slashed upward toward Orlok. He's like, come on with that fuck shit, children. Orlok simply stood there to take the blows. He kicked Faye's sword out the side and closed in on Lan. Oh, he's worried about her. Don't worry, he doesn't kill her. Orlok could stab her with a fatal blow, but instead he elbowed her in the stomach. Ugh, that still hurts. This girl gangster, she say shit. Lan was struck back and rolled onto the ground. Faye swung his sword at Orlok from behind, but without a single look, Orlok dodged the swipe and kicked Faye's chin. Ooh, got that sweet chin music. Oh, he's a punk compared to Lan. Lan got kicked in or elbowed in the stomach and she didn't flinch. Faye blows at a kick to the chin. Both do hurt though, y'all. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I done said the sweet chin music in the joke before. Faye's body flew in an arc through the air and landed on the ground with a thud. But the fight wasn't over yet. Even without the twins, the other men continued their attack on Orlok.
オルロック死ね死ね
You know, you gotta know when to quit. Lao Shu member F. Some continued to crawl after Orlok even after he broke their legs. Oh gosh.
しつこい。
Leaving them could cause complications later. Orlok begrudgingly continued his attack on the soldiers until they were knocked out. The Lao Shu were risking their lives to avenge Yang's death. Was Yang that respected? It was quite hard to imagine. And yeah, I agree with that statement because Yang doesn't look like the type to revere his soldiers as much as they revere him. Like, I think it's a two-way street to garner this type of reaction. So maybe we'll find out in his route, shall we? But yeah, that surprised me too. The place for prayer was boiling over with violence and hatred.
いい加減に死んじまえ。
Orlok avoided his attack easily. Are you sure with that face he made? But he wasn't striking back right away. Knowing how Orlok fights, he could have struck him while dodging his attack. Orlok was breathing so heavily that his shoulders were moving. Yang wounded Orlok badly enough to affect his fighting here, and yet he was still fending them all off. Oh, my baby!
これで最後。
Finally, the Lao Shu were all on the ground. Orlok's heavy panting echoed through the hall. I headed to Orlok to celebrate his victory when...
Yo, Orlok. お疲れのところ悪いが、俺とも遊んでくれねえか?
Yeah, because that would be too easy to just, you know, and they all live happily ever after right there. No, we gotta go out in style. The setting sun shone upon a silhouette standing at the entrance. Gilbert Redford had appeared. Damn you, Gilbert. Oof! Jesus, how do you say that? As Orlok crushed the remaining Lao Shu, Gilbert Redford and his men appeared. The Visconti family had arrived.
うまく陽動に引っかかってくれて助かったぜ。俺たちはな、お前らが姿を現すのを待ってたんだ。
ラオ州の残党を利用したのか。
人聞きの悪いこと言うなよ。俺は連中に復讐の機会を与えてやっただけさ。
ラオ州が俺を狙うのはわかる。俺がヤンを殺したから。
ああ、狩猟を殺されたら報復に出るのは当然。そこに俺たちが協力を申し出た。俺たちビスコンティはラオ州とオルロックの戦いを邪魔しねえって約束でな。
How convenient.
ラオ州はうまくいけば復讐が果たせるし、ま、俺たちはお前らが消えればそれでいい。
Gilbert looked over the Lao Shu body strewn across the church floor.
そいつらは俺が提示した条件で満足してこの作戦に乗ってきたってわけだ。
Yes, you did. I'm not gonna lie. You played your hand quite well this go around. Usually that goes to Yang.
教会を占拠したことが聖女様とやらの耳に入れば、いずれ姿を現すと思ってたが、こうも早々と来てくれるとはな。
He looked at me with cold eyes. Girl, you mean I asked him a question. Senor Redford.
どうしたシニョリーナ。
Wow. Don't try to get sentimental with me.
Why is the Visconti after us?
何も知らねえまま死ぬのも不憫か。ま、教えといてやろう。
He replied to my question, but kept his eyes on Orlok the whole time. Girl, why do you keep saying eyes? It's I! He only has one, unless he wears that for sport.
お前らがアルカでパルツォーネと騒ぎを起こした日、俺は大事な取引があってな。
You wanted to get into some trouble because we busted a deal? Dude, deals come and go. I'll get like... Gilbert, there's many other reasons why you could involve yourself in a deadly skirmish. But a deal ain't one of them for me.
お前らのせいで取引は白紙、ビスコンティのメンツは丸つぶれだ。
Fuck your family name. But How would we have known you had a deal?
シニョリーナ、知らなかったじゃすまねえことが世の中にはあるんだ。
You call me Signorina again. Stop that.
His sharp glare made my breath catch in my throat. He then continued to speak, this time at me and not Orlok.
ファルツォーネからはそれなりの対価と詫びをもらったが、あんたらは俺の顔に泥を塗ってそれきりだ。それにな、シニョリーナ、ラオ州はあんたを使って住民を扇動した。俺からすればあんたも町を騒がせた一員だ。
God, greedy ass.
それはラオ州が勝手にやったことだ。
Oh, look at Orlok speaking for me.
Gilbert nodded, but continued with a frown on his face. That's one sexy ass frown.
ま、ヤンのことだしな。利用されたって面も確かにあるんだろうが。本当にその女には責任がないか？
Yeah. Responsibility?
新宅の娘だなんだって祭り上げられていい気になってたんじゃねえのか？
I ain't gonna lie, he got me there. I never thought of that at all.
ならどうして否定しなかった？
His voice was now serious with anger.
彼女は教会の人たちを人質に取られていたようなものだから否定できなかった。
それじゃあ教会を守るためなら町の連中は犠牲になっても構わねえってことか？
That's not it. I wanted to protect everyone. The church, the town, everyone. No one listened to me when I said that I wasn't a saint. They kept listening to what the Lao Shu said. I don't think he buys it. Which is why we went into hiding so that the Lao Shu couldn't use us anymore.
同情はする。ヤン相手に策で勝負するなんて花から無理があったんだ。
Then you should let us go.
ラオ州はあんたを信仰する連中から金を集めてた。特に年寄りは相当の額を積んだらしい。
Gilbert, you have no dog in this fight, bro. Just calm down. Or I was so focused on trying to escape that I didn't notice what was happening to the others. I didn't know they were doing that.
彼女も自分の身と教会を守るのに精一杯だったから。
立場による理由は誰にだってあるさ。否定はしねえ。大切なのは何を選んだかだ。
I hope y'all didn't catch that. God, that's so embarrassing. Oh, stomach. Almost time for Din Din. In about another hour. He glared sharply at me from the corner of his eye. Thank you. It's I, not Aiza.
あんたは自分とその周りの保身を選んだ。それはあんたの都合ってもんだ。
Who wouldn't? You crazy if you think I'm gonna put myself in harm's way.
俺には俺の都合がある。だからあんたらには責任を取らせる。
俺たちが狙われる理由は分かった。でも教会は巻き込まないでほしい。
ああ、あるかは。教会は不可侵だからな。シスターにまで責任を求めるつもりはねえよ。今回もわざわざ人払いしてやったしな。
ああ。
readied his dagger. The Visconti pointed their guns. Yeah, don't forget, he brought his posse up in here. Ah! Before I knew it, Orlok quickly grabbed me and threw me over his shoulder. Yikes. He avoided the gunfire before it started and dove behind a pew.
ここに隠れてて。
Orlok spoke sharply, then ran back out into the fray. The Visconti were after me too, no doubt. I felt death creeping closer.
Visconti! 俺が相手だ!
Wait. Unable to do anything else, the best I could do was the best I could manage was pray for Orlok to be saved. He was diverting everyone's attention so that no one would come after me. He was at a disadvantage in terms of numbers. Even so, Orlok maneuvered and struck in a way that wouldn't fatally wound them. You bastard, let him go. One of the soldiers with the bleeding leg grabbed onto Orlok's who the fuck is Orlok? Orlok's leg from the ground. Another soldier fired his gun, seeing Orlok unable to move. Yeah, that's that Gary Stu syndrome affecting him. The soldier froze, seeing Orlok parry the bullet with his dagger. Oh, you go, baby. Orlok kicked the man on the ground and freed himself. Yep. He weaved around the Visconti, stabbing each of them in turn. But none of it was enough to stop them. The Visconti continued charging at him relentlessly. It's as though they don't care if they die. Alright, y'all, so this is where I picked it up after I picked it up after when my capture card fucked up, so enjoy the rest of the video. Deuces. Sweat began to roll down Orlok's forehead. I could tell things weren't going well. This is the better ending. It better go well.
話に聞いていたよりぬるいな。殺す気がないのか。
Gilbert Redford spoke coldly as he watched Orlok tire himself out. No! Gilbert, please have mercy. Even though, yeah, Orlok's attacking his neck. Still, please have mercy.
俺たちはそのつもりで殺されるつもりでお前に会いに来たんだがな。
This over a rank business deal. Oh my god.
どういうことだ?
まともにやり合ってもお前には勝てねえ。だがどれほど優れた技術と人並み外れた運動神経、体力を備えていたとしても、人間は疲弊する。そうなれば動きは鈍り、お前は死に近づいていく。
No. No. Don't you dare.
そいつらはおとりだ。お前の体力を削ぎ落とし、数的優位によって勝利をつかむ。
You son of a bitch. damn it.
それが俺たちビスコンティの戦い方だ。
He gave a malicious laugh. With a roar, more men With a roar, more men began charging toward Orlok. No, we gotta run! Like I might have said to you this route. I don't know. Orlok swung his dagger and kicked the men away from him one by one, but soon... Fuck you, Visconti. See, you messed me up of the first route. Now this route? Man. Oh, oops. I meant to say that. I'm sorry. One of them finally grabbed a hold of Orlok and kept him from moving. Watch out! The bullet grazed Orlok's cheek. No! His cute little face! No! The gunshot was fired without any concern for the soldier holding him. Orlok punched the man and freed himself, panting heavily with his shoulders. No, my baby's tired! I saw that Orlok was growing nervous at the sight of the Visconti fighting tenaciously. They don't care about losing their lives as long as their family wins. All in the name of the family. They resolved to kill Orlok for marring their name. As with the Lao Shu, another side of the Mafia was revealed. The Visconti's unwavering devotion to the family instilled inside me a strangely familiar fear. Oh my god. Neither side was giving up. The smell of blood grew thicker by the second. No, he got shot up! No! Orlok's dagger swung slower with each blow he took. No! Orlok grabbed the arm and shoulder of the soldier trying to stand up. A dull crack could be heard. Ooh, what the hell did you do? The soldier held his shoulder and fell to the ground. Oh, dislocated his shoulder. Let's just run out of here! Orlok was covered in sweat and blood. He immobilized most of the soldiers, but the wear and tear accumulating on his body was apparent. Even then, Orlok's eyes glimmered with life and a resolve to endure. I mean, y'all want to talk about monsters. It's really y'all. The Visconti took a step back, seeing the intensity of Orlok's bloody form. Ooh, is this official? The fight continued, but after a few moments, all of the soldiers had fallen to the ground. Orlok was panting heavily, somehow still standing, somehow still conscious.
よくやった。あとは俺に任せて休め。
Literally, jump in there and knock him out. Gilbert Redford let his men know to stand down as he looked at Orlok. Orlok glared at him, and Gilbert gave a generous smile. Fuck you, Gilbert.
お前を仕留められるのは俺くらいだって。うちの連中は最初からみんな分かってる。だからこいつらは俺のために戦った。
部下を盾にして俺の体力を消耗させたってことか。
卑怯だと思うか？たとえ誰に非難されようと目的のためには手段を選ばねえ。
Well, y'all, you know the saying, there's no honor among thieves. or whatever. He spoke boldly as if it were common sense.
ファミリーのために働く。それがマフィアだ。
No. Oh, whoops! I probably cut him off. Whoops. Orlok steadied his breathing. He then looked straight at Gilbert.
ビスコンティに迷惑をかけてたことは謝罪する。けど俺はここで死ぬわけにはいかない。たとえ不利でも諦めるわけにはいかない。
You tell him, baby. Orlok positioned his dagger again and spoke in a powerful voice.
あなたが彼女を俺の大切な人を傷つけるつもりなら俺はたとえどんなことをしてでもあなたたちを倒さなくちゃいけない。譲れないのはこちらも同じだ。
Yeah, Orlok's voice actor is good.
互いに譲れねえならぶつかるしかねえな。わかりやすいのは歓迎だ。悪くない。
He gave an eerie smile and pointed his gun at Orlok. Oh, we get this music? Orlok dodged the bullets and tried to close in like he usually did. But this time he was tired and didn't have the stamina to continue fighting. Soon a bullet grazed his arm. Unable to help, only being able to pray was making me hate my very existence. You could, like, try to hold him or distract him. He looked at his gun in his right hand. What about his other gun? He had two guns in the art, Orlok. Be careful. Orlok kicked the ground and prepared to strike. Told you. Orlok, please. He read Orlok's move. He quickly traded the gun in his hand. Yeah, he had two of them in his hand. He quickly traded the guns in his hands and moved in. They crossed each other. Oh, I screamed, expecting the worst. Please. A gunshot resounded along the halls. What did he do? He looked down at his bloody shirt without letting go of his guns. Gilbert Redford slowly staggered and crumpled to his knees.
悪いな、ギルバート。
Come on. Come on, Dante. Come on, man. Come on, Dante. Man, man, come on. Slow. Oh, I thought the music came on. Slowly but surely. I heard footsteps approaching.
あの男を殺すのは俺だ。
What kind of good or better ending is this? I mean, damn, everybody's dropping like flies. Dante appeared in front of us.
ファルツォーネ、てめえ、よくもギルを。裏切りやがったな。許さねえ。
Dante glanced at the enraged Visconti. He then calmly gave advice to the men.
その傷ならまだ助かるかもしれないな。今すぐ病院に連れて行けば。 だが
Okay, well, at least he'll live, I guess. It also meant that they bothered with Dante now. They would let Gilbert die.
今回の詫びはギルバートの望む形で果たす。この俺の誇りにかけて。だから今は余計な横槍を入れるな。オルロックは俺が殺す。ビスコンティもこの男の死を望んでいるはずだが。
Dante?
それは。
Yeah. Dumbasses, get him to the hospital. Dante's words made the men murmur amongst themselves, but soon
ギルが先だ。
they all moved toward Gilbert.
急げ。今すぐ医者に連絡しろ。くそ、触るんじゃねえ。ここで引くわけには。ギル、今は無理だ。あんたには生きててもらわねえと。
They denied their boss's orders and carried him by his shoulders out the church. The clamor moved away, and soon the area was filled with silence.
ギルバート、助けた。
I don't think you should be asking anything about saving Sweetheart.
何の話だ。
Yeah, Dante could have shot and killed him, but this is the good end. Why would you unnecessarily kill?
俺は次でギルバートを殺すつもりだった。殺すしかないと思ってた。他の奴らと違って殺さずに勝てる相手じゃなかったから。だから俺はあえてギルバートの誘いに乗って仕留めるつもりだった。
It scared me seeing Orlok push to his limits, but that was just part of his plan. Gilbert Redford would probably never leave in the middle of battle. The only way he would retreat was if his life were in danger. So Dante.
解釈は好きにしろ。
Dante nonchalantly replied as he glared coldly at Orlok. Yeah, unfinished business, child.
お前はファルツォーネの血にまつわる因縁そのものだ。俺がこの手で決着をつけなければならない。でなければ死んでいった者が浮かばれない。
Orlok twitched a bit, hearing the word deceased.
お前は俺の父を殺した。そしてニコラも。
Dante's eyes were filled with hatred.
それだけでは飽き足らず、ファルツォーネにとって重要な意味を持つ存在を、その娘を連れ回し危険にさらした。
Interesting that they didn't they themselves don't tell her. Like I don't agree with Dante's like ideology where you keep somebody in the dark or whatever you just treat them as a guest. No, let them know what's going on so they can act accordingly. Like, why am I important? I would ask, like, why am I important to you all? That's not true. Orlok has been protecting me all this time. He's like, I know this chick did not fix her mouth to talk back at me. Dante looked at me for a moment, hearing my plea.
お前を守っていたのはファルツォーネだ。
I don't know that.
オルロックはロズベルグの還元に乗り、安全な場所からお前を盗み出した。それは許されることじゃない。
Good job.
ダンテの言う通りだ。
No, don't believe him. Even though I guess it is kind of true. Orlok closed his eyes in pain.
俺の行いは間違ってた。
Why did you do it, baby? No. I can't. I'm gasped out at this moment. My heart gripped with pain hearing Orlok's repentance.
ファルツォーネファミリーのカポとして、俺はお前を殺す。絶対に。
No, Orlok, no. Dante's eyes showed his conviction. The only resolution was death. Only one would survive. Well, see you later, Dante. I'm just kidding. Dante suddenly snapped his fingers. Oh my god, he brought the posse. Why? Orlok, baby, let's just run. A number of the Falzone family's men walked into the church. They were dragging with them Roseburg? Leo, no! Huh?
ケイカ、どうしてここに?
He's the brute of all this. Orlok sounded confused.
お前たちが教会で遊んでいる間にこちらで捕らえさせてもらった。
私を解放しろ。このような真似をして教国に許されると思っているのか。
Roseburg, shut the fuck up.
黙れ。
Yeah. Dante coldly ordered Bishop Roseburg to hold his tongue.
お前はラオ州と通じ、あの女を奪おうとした。すべてはこの地の利権を手に入れるため。ギルバートが調べてくれた。お前の動きは教国の総意じゃない。そうだな、ロズベルグ。
No, don't put Orlok through it. He didn't know any better. No. Orlok tried to say something, but words wouldn't come out of his mouth.
お前の野望もここまでだ。俺たちの領域に土足で踏み込んだ以上、それなりの責任を取ってもらおう。オルロックがお前の子飼いだと言うなら、当然俺の父の殺害にはお前が絡んでいる。
Well, now I'm not caring about Roseburg. I'm caring about Orlok. What is this gonna do to him?
つまり、お前は数年前からずっとファルツォーネを潰すために動いていた。組織にあだなす者をここで見逃してやるほど俺は優しくない。お前の存在は教国も持て余しているはずだ。聖職者は高潔でなければならないからな。
There we go with the pious again.
教国の手間を省いてやろう。
I don't know about this smug-looking Dante. But let's see.
俺は
Orlok stuttered hesitantly, and in turn, Bishop Roseburg raised his voice in anger.
何を言う、薄汚い犯罪者どもが。マフィアだと気取った言い方をしようが事実は変わらん。ファルツォーネは犯罪者の集団に過ぎんと誰もが理解している。
Bishop Roseburg unleashed his emotions.
そんな連中にこの町を任せられるものか。
It's one fucking town, though. What the fuck?
生物が眠るブルローネの管理者としてお前たちはふさわしくない。
Dante stared at him coldly, but let him speak.
先代のカポ、シルビオ・ファルツォーネも ろくな男ではなかった。
We'll go see what his daddy looked like. Oh, child. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm being stupid.
死んで当然の男だ。我々の行いは正しい。
Ooh, yikes. That's not what you want to say to your captor, basically.
そうか。よく言った。そこまで言うのなら覚悟はできているんだろう。
You got the strap. Dante's nonchalant voice was followed with a gun pointed at Bishop Roseberg's face. Child, you about to get a facelift. Bishop Roseberg's face paled. The trigger was pulled slowly. Orlok? What? Orlok swallowed his breath. His fists were clenched, but he wasn't moving.
安心しろ。お前の殺した人間が向こうで迎えてくれるだろう。
I mean, Orlok, you better not. And, shit, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, like, Dante, hurry up and shoot him, because you're taking too long. Dante pulled the trigger without remorse. Yep, you did it. Bishop Roseberg's body couldn't hold his weight up and crumpled to the floor. Orlok bit his lips and looked at the body that was once Bishop Roseberg. Orlok. He looked at me with dull eyes.
大丈夫。ゲイカは最後まで人を殺すことを肯定してたから。俺はそれを良しとすることはできない。俺とゲイカが信じる道はもう分かたれた。
I thought you were gonna like break down or something.
悲しいけど理解はしてるから。だから俺はダンテを止めなかった。止められなかった。
Sweetheart, I know this is your route and everything, and we're pretty much at the end, but you gotta talk faster. Orlok mumbled without strength as he began to grieve. Oh, Dante, you killed him. Please. You killed Roseberg. That should be enough. It was him. What the hell? Dante stepped on Bishop Roseberg's bloodied body.
こんなクズが一人死んだところでニコラも父も戻らない。
No, please don't kill Orlok. No! Dante slowly turned to Orlok. His eyes were burning with hatred. Wait, please. Orlok was just being used by Bishop Roseberg.
たとえそうだとしても、実際に手を出したのはその男だ。
No! At least, I hope that's enough time for Orlok to catch his breath so he can, like, jump right back into it.
ダンテの言う通りだ。
No, he's not right. Put more value in your life, sweetheart. Orlok's calm voice didn't fit the current situation he was in.
俺は人を殺した。命じられたことでもその罪は間違いなく俺のものだ。
Stop talking like that. Dante didn't change his expression as he extended his arm toward me. No! What kind of good ending is this?
リリアーナを傷つけるつもりはない。 こちらへよこせ。
Unless you're gonna pull another, like, daring rescue, jumping in front of Orlok.
そしてお前は死ね。
No, we will never. Come, baby, let's run away. His heartless words brought a shiver down my spine.
俺がお前たちを見逃すことはない。
Dante's eyes were now colored with madness. If I go, he's going to kill Orlok. I stood between them to cover Orlok. Damn, she's predictable. No, you have to shoot through me. I could hear Orlok speak my name in a quiet voice. Signor Falzone, I won't go with you. Uh-oh.
その男と死ぬか。
You said you couldn't hurt me!
いいだろう。
Oh, me, Jesus. I clenched my hands tightly, expecting death to fall upon me. Instead, what I heard took me by surprise.
お前たちに別れの時間を与えてやる。明日の夜、町外れの丘にある廃墟に来い。
Oh. Okay.
来なくてもいい。俺はどこまででも追う。
Okay. And with that, Dante called his men together and, without another word, left the church. What? What the fuck? Why would you try to kill Orlok? He was tired and shit. The church was shrouded in silence and blood, I'm assuming. The tension inside me eased, making my legs wobble.
危ない。転ばなくてよかった。
Orlok quickly cradled me in his arms to keep me steady.
ごめん。違う。
It's okay. It's okay. I'm happy that you're still with me, or I'm happy you're still with me. I felt Orlok about to release his hold, so I grabbed his hand to keep him close. Ooh, excuse me, y'all.
少し休もう。今日はいろんなことがあったから。
Yes, baby, of course, let's rest. Yes, it was. And I need to patch you up. The Laoshu and the Visconti were still unconscious on the ground. Still holding hands, we slowly made our way out of the church. Orlok looks back and gazed at the now silent Bishop Roseberg. You mean the now dead Bishop Roseberg? It was Orlok's final farewell to him. Where was everybody else? The kids, sisters Sophia, Elena. Where everybody at? Dante's deadline was tomorrow night. We returned to the hideout in Creta to rest ourselves. Orlok practically eliminated the Laoshu family back at the battle at church. The Visconti would likely prioritize getting their boss back to full health. As for Dante, as boss, Dante would probably not go against his word. Tonight was a night where we could rest without worry of being hunted. Which is why we decided to return back to the hideout. I breathed a I breathed a deep sigh after patching up Orlok's wounds. Being here brought back memories from when we were living together. Orlok constantly worried about me, even when he was the one going out into danger. I also treated his wounds when he was shot. It all feels like so long ago.
ねえ、リリ
What is it?
ー、さっきのダンテの話、見逃す気はないって言ってたけど、
You want to make a break for it?
あなたに危害を加える気がないのは本当のことだと思う。
Orlok?
あなたはファルツォーネにとって
Don't
特別な存在だから。
Don't you even fix yourself to hand me over. Don't even get in that mindset. No, I'm not doing it. Wait a minute. Don't tell me to go to the Don't you tell me to go to the Falzone.
聞いて、
Orlok interrupted, perhaps knowing how I was going to react.
俺はたくさんの罪を背負ってる。
Orlok, everybody sins. It's okay.
今までたくさん人を殺した。
Oh
そ
my
れが正しいことだと信じて。
Orlok. Orlok, baby, no. No. Don't.
それ以外の生き方を知らなかったから。けど、それは言い訳だ。
Here's the thing, y'all. I have no idea what to expect for what type of ending this is going to be. I know it's going to be much better than the bad ending, but still, does he get an outright good ending? Like, and they all lived happily ever after? I actually like this, though. It's not predictably cheesy and everything just works out sort of deal. He held his chest in agony.
本当は神はこんなことを望んでいるのかって疑問に思ったこともあったんだ。でもそう思うのはきっと俺の弱さや至らなさが原因だって。俺の信仰心が足りないからそう思うんだって。俺は自分の頭で考えなかった。それが俺の罪だ。その代償を払うのは今なんだと思う。
Orlok. Orlok was facing his sins now. He understood Dante's anger was justified and that he needed to pay for what he'd done. Orlok opened his mouth to say something, but he closed it again tightly. After a moment of pause, he made the decision to speak.
それでも俺は死にたくない。
I don't want you to either.
ダンテの悲しみを思えばきっと俺は死ぬべきで、それでも足りないくらいなんだって分かってる。
Orlok looked at me anxiously like a lost child. Then, Orlok touched my hand hesitantly.
浅ましい願いなのは分かってる。俺の罪の重さも。だけど俺生きたい。リリーと一緒に。
So adorable.
そのためにまた罪を背負うことになっても、ダンテを殺すことになっても、
That's probably what you'll have to do, sweetheart. I understand. Orlok looked at my eyes intently and continued.
それでももしリリーが俺のそばにいてくれるのなら
Of course I will. His words sounded like a prayer. What? This is a choice? Are you kidding me? Oh, y'all. Gosh. Damn it. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is a good ending. So... I need more time. This is probably the worst. Oh, God. Let's just get this out the way. I need a bit more time. I replied hesitantly. I'm sorry, Orlok. It's important enough that I want to think it over well. Living together with Orlok, that meant I would bear his sins too. It was something that I wouldn't dare respond to casually. I want to be by your side too, Orlok. I love you, but I still need some time. Girl. This child probably gonna go apeshit. Just a little while is enough. I simply don't want to give you a dishonest answer. I didn't even hear him. Orlok nodded lightly. He moved his hand away and closed his eyes.
ごめんなさい。変なこと言った。俺の罪は俺の罪だから。自分で背負う。
Why did I do that? I just wanted to get this out the way, y'all.
俺はあなたに甘えようとしてた。いいんだ。さっきのことは忘れて。
Orlok. I'm so sorry. Orlok. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this feels like a punch in the stomach. You've been so kind to me. Oh.
それで十分なはずなのに。それ以上を求めてしまうところだった。
You deserve more. I don't know why I picked that. Yes, you did. I did. I'm sorry. If you let's take it to the extent of Zero Escape Dilemma. I made you say something stupid. Me, the player, I made you do that, Lily. I'm sorry. He showed me a smile and was replying to me quite calmly. I'm sorry, Orlok. Who would reject him? Who would reject him? Oh. I placed my hand over my chest and apologized, thinking of how pathetic I was. No, it was me. I'm sorry.
俺のことはいいから。今日は休んで。あなたも。
Oh, whoops. I hate when I do that. I didn't mean to cut him off either. He encouraged me to lie down with a sweet and kind voice. But...
いいから。おやすみなさい。
He gently, yet forcibly made me lie down, then placed a blanket over me. The warmth quickly lulled me to sleep. Good night, Orlok. I slowly closed my eyes. I slowly awaken from my deep slumber. I open my eyes just as slowly, trying to bring myself back to reality. Orlok? I shivered in the cold night air. I looked around for the bodily warmth that was beside me before I went to sleep. It's still dark outside. I woke myself up and looked around the room in search of Orlok. Oh no, I don't think he takes rejection well. Yeah, I feel so bad. Why did I choose that? Instead, I found...
気がついたか
How did you find where we were? Dante? What are you doing? No, he told him. Oh, Orlok, why would you do that? Oh, because I rejected him. Duh. That's a dumbass question. I know. Dante, what are you doing here? Did he change his mind? The Falzoni had their own code of honor. I didn't expect them to go back on their word. I could feel myself going pale.
お前を迎えに来た。行くぞ。
Where's Orlok? I asked with a shaking voice. I hope he didn't kill him.
奴は死んだ。
Oh my god. His cold, calm words brought a sharp pressure to my heart. You're lying.
事実だ。少し前、オルロックは自分の足でファルツォーネの屋敷を訪れた。だから俺が殺した。この手で。
No, why would you do? I would have expected you to run away. It felt like the ground under me was crumbling. But that isn't... I never expected the words we exchanged to be our last. Was it my fault? Yep. Well, no, it was my fault. But by proxy, it was your fault too. I didn't accept his offer, so still didn't seem real that Orlok was no longer alive.
行くぞ。
No. Dante grabbed my arm and forced me to stand up. I followed without a word. I did not have the will to resist. Maybe we would have seen a different future had I answered differently. Yeah, you think? I know that. I just wanted to get this out the way first. But it was too late. Orlok was gone. I don't care what happens anymore. What would happen to me? I wasn't interested in the slightest. Yikes. Imagine doing that well and then, you screw up and you select the obvious wrong answer to reject him. Child, couldn't be me. I will be with you forever. I'll be with you no matter what happens.
Lily.
Yes. Orlok looked surprised hearing my words. His eyes were quivering in anxiety. I looked straight at him with resolve. I love you, Orlok. Yes, you may have taken many people's lives. Even so, I still love you. Perhaps my feelings are sinful as well. I recalled Dante's eyes that were filled with hatred towards Orlok. The people you killed and those related to them will probably hate me too. But I still love you. My feelings won't change no matter what. I boldly confessed to him my feelings. I could feel his hand pulsing. Orlok whispered to me, his voice shaking as if he were about to cry. Aww.
リリー、ありがとう。
Imagine picking that other choice. Couldn't have been me.
俺はあなたを守りたい。
I knew how he felt from his expression, his voice, and his eyes.
もし俺のせいであなたが憎まれるなら、俺は戦う。そのためにどれだけ罪深い道を歩くことになっても悔いはない。何も恐れない。俺は咎人だ。罪を償わなくちゃいけない。それでもあなたがいなくちゃダメなんだ。
Oh, God, your voice actor, damn it. Oh. Orlok pleaded to me quietly, then came closer to me. I shyly looked at him in acceptance. Tears rolled out of Orlok's beautiful eyes. They were tears of the happiness we both shared. And yet my heart was filled with pain because I might lose him. We're gonna CG for the kiss. Boo. Yuck. I don't like it. His soft and kind lips touched mine. It felt like a pact had been made. I want to live with Orlok. I want to live with him in peace. Or I wanted, excuse me. That was our one and only wish. And that wish was filled with greed and sin. The next day, as Dante said, we visited the ruins where we were supposed to meet him.
来たか。
Dante was there alone.
ここはこの町に隠された生異物の眠る場所だ。俺とお前が決着をつけるにはふさわしいだろう。
Man, just let us go, Dante. Stop being an asshole. Even though, yeah, we did kill, like, 2. Okay, but you know what I mean.
それで殺される覚悟はできたか。
Oh, Orlok, we can't die here, man. Dante looked sharply at Orlok. Orlok was standing next to me, and he took a step forward.
ダンテが俺を狙うのは父親を殺したのが俺だって気づいたからだと思ってた。
Dante's brows twitched a bit, the frown on his face unmoving.
けど俺はそれに気づかないふりをした。どう反応すればいいかわからなくて。俺が殺したことを認めるわけにはいかなかったから。だけどそれは間違ってた。
Orlok's eyes showed regret as he looked straight at Dante.
俺はあなたの家族の命を奪った。取り返しのつかないことをした。本当にすまない、探偵。
言葉の謝罪など望んでいない。
Dante snarled with anger.
分かってる。 俺の命を差し出してもあなたの痛みは癒えないってことも。それでも俺を憎むその気持ちも今なら想像できる。
Orlok's face twisted in sorrow as he spoke to Dante.
今の俺にはとても大切な人がいる。その人を守りたい。自分のすべてを捧げて。何よりそばにいたい。触れていたいし触れてほしい。だからそのために。
Darling, you can feel me in other ways if you know what I mean. Just come out alive.
彼女のそばで生きるために俺はどうしてもダンテに殺されるわけにはいかない。リリーと一緒に生きるために。
I expect his face to just contort wildly. Dante responded to Orlok's words with an indiscernible expression.
陛下の命令だけに従って生きてきた俺が初めて持った自分だけの願いだから、どうしてもこれだけは捨てられない。だから俺は今夜ここであなたを殺す。そして彼女と共に生き延びる。
Orlok brandished. I need to enunciate this damn word. Orlok brandished his dagger and looked at Dante with resolve in his eyes. Dante, please tell me this is like one big, semantic what do. It's just, oh, please don't go through with it. Dante's eyes have been filled with a murderous rage, but they seem to have softened a bit.
俺はマフィアだ。人の恨みを買うことも少なくない。誰かを手にかけたこともある。お前が俺と同じ覚悟を持ち、己と己が背負う者のために手を汚す覚悟を決めたのなら、受けて立つ。もっとも俺は殺されるつもりはないよ。
No. Dante and Orlok's conviction. They were going to fight for what they believed. They were willing to tread the same path and commit any sin. Please come back alive. Oh yeah, it's that really tense music now. The battle began with a gunshot. Orlok jumped to the side and let me read this right, y'all. Orlok jumped to the side and dodged the bullet, quickly closing the distance to Dante. Ooh, he done stabbed his hat off. I don't know. Dante used the butt of his gun to parry Orlok's attempted stab in his throat. They each drew back from each other. Dante's shots were exact and ruthless, each forcing Orlok to run. But the bullets weren't fast enough to impede Orlok's acceleration. Don't tell me you're hit. Orlok saw an opening and dove in to attack. But his dagger only broke the skin. Yes, he does. Somehow he's gonna do it. He yells with no concern for the blood seeping out. The battle continued without an end in sight. Please! I continued praying as I looked on as a witness to the ensuing battle. Dante pointed his gun at Orlok, who had moved within range. Wait a minute, never mind, shut up. Orlok! Oh no! No, baby, no. The bullet pierced Orlok's body. His shoulder bled a deep red as he yelled.
俺は死ねない。生きるんだ。
No, baby, little me, no. You can't. He forced his injured hand's fingers to shift the dagger into his left hand. He sped toward Dante without remorse and... Oh my god, like father, like son. Down goes Dante. His dagger punctured Dante's chest. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, it hurts because I haven't been through Dante's route yet. But I will. But I mean, I guess it's good to get it out the way.
あなたを殺すことは謝らない。代わりに、俺はあなたを一生忘れない。あなたの命を奪った罪をずっと抱えて生きていく。だから、勝手にしろ。
Dante sighed at his words. For some odd, that's like my saying, for some odd reason. For some reason, it almost felt like he was smiling at the result.
俺はファルゾーネのカボとして戦い負けた。それだけだ。
His azure eyes slowly lost their light.
どこへないと。好きなところに消え失せろ。
You know, you could have told us this and you could have still been living. Just saying. His words were harsh, but his expression was calm and serene. Before his last breath, Dante looked at me and tried to say something to me. But words didn't escape his mouth. He fell to the ground and was silent. I was like, what the hell was that noise? Seeing him take his final breath, Orlok fell to his knees on the spot. Orlok! He did get shot. I hurriedly ran toward him, calling his name. He had fought bravely to this day. Starting with the siege against the Lao Shu, he fought Yang and his men. He fought the Visconti family and Gilbert. And just now, he fought Dante, the proof of their battle etched upon his flesh.
大丈夫。
Oh, my little bean. Oh. He mumbled to me after hearing me call his name. Thank goodness. I'm so happy you're still alive. Yeah, me too. I couldn't suppress my emotions any longer. The tears I held back pulled from my... let me read that again. The tears I held back spilled from my eyes. Thank God. I understood how sinful those words are. The happiness that we achieved came from the sacrifice of many people's blood. People's blood.
もう終わったよ。
Yes, it is. I embraced Orlok strongly, but carefully so that I wouldn't worsen his wounds. We held each other to make sure we were both still alive. We left Berlone immediately after the battle against Dante. Yeah, because the Falzones would have came after your ass too. It was hard to leave the land I once called home. But Gilbert Redford still presided over the town. Oh, they saved him. We couldn't stay here anymore, lest we risk losing our souls to more sin. And, with nowhere to go, luck appeared in front of us to save us from our situation. The young boy we met at the ruins, Emilio, he invited us to come to the church. We were placed under the church's custody and lived a life of daily prayer to God. We wouldn't forget the sins we bore, which was why we promised to live a life devoted to helping others in need. Emilio granted us our wish. We were now working at the church's orphanage and taking care of the children there. Oh. Ooh.
そんなに走ると危ない。
くすぐり攻撃だ。オルロック、覚悟。
二人はずるい。
I could barely hear him laugh. I stood and watched with a basket of laundry in hand. I gave a happy smile seeing Orlok play so happily with the children.
もうかなり良さそうだね、彼。
Where'd you come from? I still couldn't get used to him appearing like this, even after being here for months. Emilio was like a shadow. The brightest shadow you could ever countered upon. Jeez Louise. He would often appear next to or behind us without a sound. Emilio, please stop that. He gave a childish smile. Smile. Oh my gosh. He gave a childish smile. He was always like this. No matter how many times I asked him to stop doing that, he never answered, because he's a damn kid himself. Well, at least he's not hurting like before. I sighed a bit, at which Emilio responded.
そう、慣れてきたのかな。
Oh,
上手に使いこなせているみたいだね。あの義手。
They had prostate. Yeah, they did. If this was around World War One, then yeah. Oh, baby, he had a prosthetic arm. Yes. During the battle against Dante Falzone, he took a hit to his right shoulder, but nothing I did could treat his wound. Unable to see a doctor, he lost the use of his arm and had to have it removed. And, oh Lord. Unable to see a doctor, he lost the use of his arm and it had to be removed. Aww. After our escape, Emilio prepared a prosthetic arm using the latest technology. How convenient. At first, Orlok had problems using it as it didn't move as swiftly as he wanted.
君も混ざってきたら。
Boy, I got this laundry in my hand. Unless you gonna do it for me? Yeah. Huh? But I have the laundry to...
そんなもの、少しくらい遅くなったって誰も怒らないよ。ほら。
Huh? He pushed my back and I stumbled forward. Only recently had I found out how stubborn Emilio could be. Oh, Emilio. I gave up and placed the basket on the floor. I then went out to play with Orlok and the kids.
ちゃんどうしたの？
I came to help Orlok.
発生？
That's right. It's my turn to tickle you too.
お姉ちゃんたら。
We laughed and frolicked on the lawn while bathing in the warm sunlight. Orlok and the kids were having so much fun. I prayed earnestly that the time we spent here together would last. Let me read that again. I prayed earnestly that the time we spent here together now would last forever.
君たちに神の祝福があらんことを。
Aww. Aw, Emilio, the real one. Ah. Sorry, y'all. Looks like the kids are tuckered out. After a long day of playing, the kids were fast asleep on the lawn. Aren't you tired too? Kids can drain a lot of energy after all.
ちょっと疲れた。けど、もう後悔はしたくないから。
Orlok laid. I don't think. Whatever. Orlok lay down on the ground and looked up into the skies.
ルカとはもっと遊んであげたかったから。
Yes, that would have been nice. Remembering Luca brought back vivid memories of regret. I wonder what Orlok is looking at. Interested in what Orlok was seeing in the sky, I quietly peeked into his face. Aww.
どうしたの？
I just wanted to see what was reflecting off your eyes.
リリーが見える。
I couldn't help but giggle in response. True, I only see you too. How does your right arm feel? Emilio was curious to know.
問題ない。
Orlok moved his arm a bit and nodded. That's good to hear. He wore gloves on his hands like before. But now I couldn't feel the warmth from his right hand. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
ありがとう。でも、特にないと思う。
Well, I suppose you do use your left hand pretty well, too.
あ、俺はもともと両利きだからあまり不便はない。左手で生活すること。
How convenient. Huh? I didn't know that.
元は左利きだったんだけど、訓練の時に右利きに強制されて。
Interesting. How convenient, too. But I mean, this one is, it's not 100%, and they all lived happily ever after. This one's got a bit of realness to it.
だから左も使える。
No wonder he can use that hand so well. I wish I'd known earlier. Old traditions of the church associated with left-handedness with superstitious beliefs. Yeah, they said you're like the Latin for left is sinister and the Latin for right is dexter, So, the left having sinister you would discourage people to use who are left-handed to use, their right hand. It's crazy. I recall hearing that Bishop Roseberg was very pious, so seeing me go silent, Orlok hesitantly began to speak.
前に買い出しに行って撃たれた時、本当は俺一人でも手当てできた。
No, now you don't have to worry about getting shot anymore, I hope. He was referring to the night when I took the bullet out of his arm.
けど、なぜか言い出せなかった。その理由はあの時の俺にはよくわからなくて。でも今ならわかる。俺はあなたに甘えたかったんだと思う。
Oh, my little bee. Orlok. He looked at his prosthetic right hand, then smiled before looking into my eyes.
祝福を授ける手は失ってしまったけど、でも代わりに手に入れたものあるから。俺の手に入れた最大の祝福はリリー。
Oh, be still, my heart. Oh.
それからあなたと共に生きる時間。
Orlok smiled ever so preciously. I'm happy I'm with you too. I nodded and smiled back with happiness.
ねえリリー、キスしてくれる？
Oh, of course, beloved. Huh? No, bitch. What? You can't kiss him. What's wrong with you? Oh, yeah, I guess not. In that instance, we're outside and the kids are right there. Ain't they sweet? Girl, you be alright.
今すごく幸せだからもう大丈夫だって。あなたの祝福が欲しい。ダメかな？
No. No. He looked at me with his deep eyes and cherry lips. Unable to refuse his adorable request, I let out a sigh. Why, you... Just today, you hear?
嬉しい。ありがとう。
We hadn't lost our faith in God, but we wouldn't be bound by Him either. It was because we learned that our future could only come from taking action ourselves. Behind us were countless bodies, which is why we needed to live a meaningful life, no matter how difficult or painful the future may be. No matter how many times we endured suffering and sadness, we would live together, hand in hand, forever. Under the blue sky, where Orlok and I were living our lives to this day. Aww. A little hint of sadness, but I'm still happy for them. Still happy for them. Yeah, I know what that means. It's short story time. Well, y'all know that'll come later. But next video, y'all, I promise we are going to go for Orlok's normal ending or good ending. But yeah, I mean, still kind of had that hint of, oh, everything just works everything, all is right with the, oh, you know, like I may have lost my right arm, but I'm ambidextrous, you know, so it doesn't really matter. Well, yeah and no. I mean, I wish he didn't have to lose his arm if he could have saw a doctor. But yeah, I kind of figured his wounds were gonna get the best of him one way or another. But, you know, I'm just happy because that was very, very much well-deserved for our little silver-haired bean. He deserves a happy ending. I am curious as to what his normal ending's gonna be, but that's gonna have to be later on, you know, throughout the week. Because, yeah, y'all, what I want to say, yeah, the election night is still going on, and I'm gonna try to catch the rest of that as it's happening. But yeah, folks, Orlok's best ending, I guess, is that his best ending? Let me make sure if I stop talking out my ass. Yeah, his best ending. So we got the normal ending to go. Wow, but I'm just like, imagine if you did all that work and got the good chapter 8, and then, you know, curiosity got the best of you, and you picked the obviously wrong answer. He had a lot of bad ends, Orlok. He had a lot of bad ends, so that was interesting. Because Nicola only had 2. If I remember correctly, like if you try to get away from him during the when he holds you hostage, and if you don't follow that Visconti dude, those are the only 2 bad endings, aside from the tragic ending that Nicola had. I think Orlok has what was that, 4 I counted? 3 of them were Yang, and then the last one was chapter 8 if you picked the wrong thing. So yeah. Alright, y'all. So that will do it. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I'll see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and peace.